status of things. So the kind of emphasis there, trying to keep it really open and go free, was that there's a nice starting point that we'll have for future projects that may have similar needs in terms of the technology used. Actually, back to the last slide, but the current capabilities really is to log in, create an account so that only users who are logged in can actually add, edit, or delete any tree. It's a crowdsourced data set, if you're not familiar with that. It's a data set where the intent is for anyone in the public to contribute to it. If I see that someone marked something inaccurately, I can go in there and edit. All I have to do is ensure that I have an account on the website. There are some limitations to that. Data vandalization. That's why we try to make sure at least you have to log in. But the effort is really a community project to put the data in there yourself and basically manage yourself. As you mentioned, the entire stack is free and open source, which makes it great to be able to not only expand upon, keep the price down, but it makes it easy for other projects to roll on top of that and take that as a starting point so they don't have to invest hours and hours up front to get to the same place that we've already brought this project to. You can just reskin it, use it to track something else. And going forward, I guess, one slide. Yeah, okay, so the current display of the map here. We wanted to make this for mobile first. We have not developed a iPhone or Android app yet for a mobile phone. So instead we went with a mobile first design so that it works perfectly fine as a website from your mobile device. So you can pull up your iPhone, you can start adding trees, tracking all this. Same thing on a larger phone, tablet, or the desktop mode. You just get more information at that point in time. It takes up a different part of your screen. But that hopefully is going to hold us over to a point where we might decide that there's enough demand to create a native application for a mobile phone. The technology we also chose for this stack actually lends itself very, very well to make a rapid deployment to a mobile environment. So it's not a giant overhead. Next slide. Features.
So the current features of this site are you can register on the site using your email address, and then you can start adding and editing the data set. Thanks to Mowat and the Open Data Initiative, we were able to automatically figure out which neighborhoods and which parks people were using. So we really appreciate Baltimore going the open data route. And we can also download the data in just a common format so anybody can pull the data. Next slide, please. Going forward, we need to add more visualization options to the map so you can more quickly get a better idea of where all the trees are, how many trees are where. And we also need to add different filtering techniques because right now you can just see where the trees are, but we need to let you sort it by different tree characteristics. We had a slight issue with a non-commercial security feature. So over the next week, you'll be able to log in using your Google, Facebook, and Twitter accounts without having to actually register on our site. We're going to add some data collection fields like the type of tree, the common name of tree, and things like the diameter of the tree, which we don't have in this initial release. We need to make the UI more attractive, but everybody does. And we're going to provide programmatic access to the data, so other developers and other applications can include this data set in their map or any other website if they choose to. Next slide. Okay, so this is the stack that we chose. I know this means nothing to almost everybody here, but we were able to use the funding from the Hack the Parks Challenge to actually cover our web hosting cost for the next 2 years. So we definitely appreciate everything. And thank you, Tree Baltimore and Mowat for the initial data sources that we could use for this. Next slide, please. So thanks everybody in the room, but also especially thank you to gb.tc, Hack the Parks, Tree Baltimore back there, I saw him here earlier, Baltimore, where Boom Geo and Harder Labs actually met and started collaborating together. Mowat, the Office of the Mayor, and of course our families who have been alpha testers and cooking food late at night. And thank you to all of you. So next slide, please. So if you have any questions, feel free to email any of us at any time. It's really just our first names at our company. So it's Chris at Carter Labs, Steve at Carter Labs, or Maggie at Boom Geo. And we'll get back to you for anything. So thank you, everyone.